Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tokenpost interview. Today we have invited Andres from Galaxis, which is truly focused on membership solution for community. Hello, Andres.
Hello, thank you very much for having me.
Okay, so let's get into the interview. Okay, first of all, could you please introduce yourself and Galaxis briefly?
Sure. My name is András. I'm a technologist and an entrepreneur. I did a lot of smaller and larger, worked for a lot of smaller and larger companies. I actually lived in Asia for 20 years. In the late 2000s, I joined a Korean startup that was created by Chang Sang and Jiwon, and it was called wiki.com, which was a startup to enable communities to translate Korean dramas to many languages. I watched many times Boys Over Flowers and all the old Korean dramas. And we started in Korea, and then we moved to Singapore. And eventually, after a couple of years, we sold Wiki to Rakuten. And after that, I started my own businesses. In 2013, I was introduced to blockchain technology. It was very early in the day. Bitcoin was $30, and Ethereum did not exist yet. So we built and deployed the first Bitcoin ATMs in Asia back in 2014 February. And then we started to build our own layer one solution. It was, again, very early days. And then when Ethereum came out in 2015, we decided to move over to Ethereum. And we have been working on Ethereum since the beta days. We were very lucky to work with a lot of great companies like Consensus, like Chainlink, the Ethereum Foundation, Nick Johnson, and Ethereum Name Services. And after all of this experience, we started to work on our own project, which became Galaxis.
And so how the idea of Galaxis was born, and what motivated you to pursue this project?
From the very first time or days when we engaged blockchain and learned about blockchain, it was very clear that it is very good for one thing. It is very good to enable people to directly interact with each other, even to directly transfer value without the need of a third party. This is basically the most important thing, in my opinion, regarding blockchain. And we wanted to build a system where somebody, any creative person, can create their own community and monetize their own creativity without relying on a third-party system or platform. And this was the idea behind Galaxis, and this is Galaxis that we built.
So actually, this is the main question. Could you explain how the platform works and what are the key elements of the platform that users should pay attention to?
Sure. Again, the platform has focus of the platform is that you can create your own community and you can give value to your community. And very important, that value means very different things from community to community. A community of football fans has different values than the community of collecting stamps or interested in chess or interested in politics. So different communities, different values. What Galaxis can do for you is that it enables you to give the value that is valued by your community to the community members, and then it enables the community members to support you. And you can do that without the fear of deplatforming. Because if you build your community on Galaxis, it's an unstoppable community. Nobody can take it from you. And this is basically the most important thing about Galaxis. It can enable any creative person to monetize their own creativity and enable their community to support them.
So, and thus, so what point should the user should be attention or pay attention for to using the Galaxy platform? You mean like how to think about more how to monetize my own like community or something like that?
Yeah, it's very simple. Galaxis is a platform that can complement your current community system. It doesn't mean that it wants to replace what you have. So if you have your community on YouTube, on Twitter, on all the other platforms where you communicate, that's good, and you should keep it. What Galaxis give you is membership cards. Membership cards that you can give to your community members, and on the membership cards you can give them value that they can redeem, value that they can use and own fully. And also through the membership cards, they can support you. They can support you with monthly subscription fees. They can support you by buying things, physical or digital things that you are creating. And that is all working through your own membership cards. Members have their membership cards and they can own it like a physical card, because this is a digital object that is on a distributed network. And they can do everything they want with it. They can give it away, they can sell it, they can keep it. And if they keep it, nobody can take it from them. And you can give them value. You can give them redeemables. You can give them perks, privileges, access through these cards. It doesn't matter what else you are using. You can use all the different channels and platforms. But if for some reason you leave a platform or need to move to something else, you will not lose your members, because the members have the membership card and you can always connect with them and you can always give them value and they can keep supporting you regardless of all the other platforms. Does it make sense?
And thus, you really explained well about the membership card system in the Galaxy platform. So how is it different from NFT card that we generally know about it?
The NFT cards, very static things. It's like you have it and you can look at it and you can buy it, you can sell it, but that's about it. The technology itself behind NFTs can do much more. And can enable you to give actual value, redeemable value on that basics of what we call NFTs. So these membership cards in the core are indeed NFTs, but it has nothing to do with the speculative part of the industry. It is full of utilities and functions, and it enables you to really use the technology as it should have been used or can be used in a non-speculative way. Because when you create your community, it doesn't need to be speculative at all. You create your community, you have your community because you have people who are interested in what you are or what you say or what you do. So these people can hold this membership card, and when they support you, support your community, you can give them value through this. So think about the membership card that you've created, Galaxis, like supercharged NFTs, where you can actually have redeemable things on it. You can have the buttons you can click, and you can actually, for example, if you are an artist, you can give them a physical redeemable. It means if I am part of your community, I have a membership card and I have a physical redeemable badge on my card, then I can click on that. The dialogue will come. I can put in my name, my shipping address, and you will see that on your side, and then you can ship me that piece of art that I'm redeeming through that card. Or in other ways, if you are an expert in a certain topic, you can give away or sell meetings. And I can have a meeting on my card, which I can redeem. And then when I redeem it, I will see your calendar. I can pick a date and the time, and then we can set up an online meeting. This works well with experts, but think about it. This works well, for example, with football fans or sports fans or pop stars as well. The best members, the most active members may get these redeemables where they can book a meeting and meet the team, meet the people behind the project. So this kind of values can all be stored on these membership cards, and this gives them value. And the value doesn't necessarily mean monetary value. The value means that whatever that community values. And when you issue these membership cards and give it to your community members, nobody can take it from them. Nobody can take it from you. So this is something that you can keep regardless of what other platform you are using.
Okay, cool. To building the platform seems like challenging task, right? So
yeah,
what is the main obstacle did you encounter so far?
One of the biggest obstacles are that we have a big problem on the internet now. Because of the aggregation algorithms, the only value on the internet and on online communities is attention. If something grabs attention, then it's valuable. It doesn't matter what is the attention is the scandals, is the the nut jobs, the idiots, or whatever. And as long as they take attention, the internet deems them valuable. So one of the most important things that Galaxis had to solve is how can we change this, and how can we enable a community to define their own value set? Because again, different communities, different values. And I think we need to bring this back in so we can actually have a little bit of more normal communities on the internet and in the real world as well. This was one of the things. The other thing was that we worked with a lot of different partners, and we had to learn what is important for them and what makes no sense. So over these 3 years that we worked on the platform, many time was spent on working with big partners, small partners, different partners, and then figuring out from all that work, what are the parts that make sense in a platform. And I think we got it right eventually. And that's why we are very happy to be able to release the platform very soon.
Yeah, and also I've heard that Galaxis has successfully attract investment a lot, right? So for the main investors or partner companies did you collaborate with?
We indeed have been very lucky for multiple reasons. One of the reasons that I feel very lucky because we have been very successful financially as well, but we were able to successful in a way that is important for us. We did not look for large investors or large VCs, but more like for the people who agree with our values. So the money we successfully acquired are for many smaller investors and often individuals as well. And I do think this is very important because it also validates what we want to do. Again, our values may not be the same as other communities values. We do have great partnership and financial partnership as well with a lot of individuals and parties that we really admire. For example, Chainlink has been supporting us in many ways, including financially. From the very beginning, Sergey Nazarov, Chainlink founder, is our chief advisor. Also, I want to mention Nick Johnson from ENS, Ethereum Name Services, who I have a lot of admiration to. He is a very, very solid person. And he's also one of our seed investors. And we do have a lot of other parties who has been investing in us, including Emurgo and including a lot of other parties who are from within the ecosystem. And this is very important for us. So we could actually become successful in a way that we did not have to compromise our values.
Cool. This question is related to the ecosystem that you just mentioned about your project. So Galaxis operates subsidized program for the ecosystem. So could you introduce this program more details?
At the beginning, we're going to provide a grant program for new communities on Galaxis. So if you create your community on Galaxis and if you acquire the right amount of pool or VIP members on the community, we are going to provide subsidy for you for the first year of the project. This is going to be a rather large program, and it's going to be supporting both community creators and community members as well. I don't know the exact amount yet, but it is going to be around $1 million for this grant program. So it is quite significant, and it can provide subsidies for all different, very diverse communities, for all communities on the platform.
Cool. So what are the next steps for Galaxis? Could you share the plans for especially this?
I need to check with communications. I don't want to spill or say anything that is not yet public, but within a couple of days, we are going to be on a tier 1 exchange with our system. And also we are going to release our platform. So the public release of the platform is imminent. It is going to happen within a couple of days. And after that, our first and most important priority is to acquire communities with actual following. Again, it's very important. If you have a community who is interested in what you are doing, you can make a home in Galaxis, and you can have those people support you, and we will use our own grant program to support you and support them as well. So this is the most important thing: token release, platform live, and then grow.
Okay. Lastly, if you have any message you'd like to convey to the Web3 and cryptocurrency community, please share that.
I think the most important thing for us in this community, and again, we have been part of this community since the very, very beginning, before smart contracts existed. The most important thing for our community to grow beyond the hype phase, the phase where only Web3 people and Web3 projects are using Web3 technology. We need to create ways for normal people to be able to embrace the technology. If we don't do that, we're going to perish. We're not going to survive. And what Galaxis is aiming to do is to create a community management platform that is fully embracing Web3 technology, but is not only for Web3 projects. If we cannot achieve this, all of us as an industry, we are not going to make it. So what Galaxis wants to do, and I think what the whole industry needs to be doing is to make ourselves useful for all the people out there, all the communities out there. And this is what we want to do. And I think this is the way forward.
Yeah, personally, I'm deeply impressed by your last statement that, I'm also CEO of the blockchain media. right? The Tokenpost, right? But we are the same goal, and we have same perspective that we of course we are stand out in the Web3 side, but we have to embrace the Web2 and the global user that user can seamlessly using the Web3 functions and community, right? So I'm really love your last statement.
Thank you very much. I'm really glad for the opportunity to talk with you, and it's really great to meet people who really understand what the industry is about. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, thank you so much for your time, Andres. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. That was Andres from Galaxis. Thank you.
Thank you very much.